Hello, friends, and welcome back to a new beginning. In today's episode, it's for anyone who's new to faith or maybe just trying to understand what this whole walking by faith thing really means. Let's take a look at Second Corinthians chapter 5 verse 7. It says, "For we walk by faith and not by sight." So if you're feeling a little unsure, like you're trying to follow Jesus, but you don't always know the next step, I just want to say you are in the right place. We're talking about faith today, not the perfect faith, not the polished one, but the everyday, sometimes messy, totally real kind faith. The kind that shows up when life is uncertain, but you choose to trust God anyway. Let's dive in. When the Bible talks about faith, it isn't just about believing that God exists. It's about trusting Him even when we don't see the full picture. Think of faith like this. Imagine walking through a fog. You can only see one or two steps ahead, but you know someone trustworthy is leading you, and that's faith. In Hebrews 11, verse 1 says, "Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, but the evidence of things not seen." It means trusting in God's character even when your circumstances doesn't make sense. If you ever thought, "I want to believe, but I still feel confused, afraid, unsure," let me tell you, my friend, that doesn't disqualify you. That actually put you in very good company. Let's look at a few real people in the Bible who had to walk by faith. Abraham was told to leave his home and go to a land he had never seen. Can you imagine? No GPS, no timeline, just go. And he did by faith. When you get a chance, go back and read Genesis chapter 12 and to read about Abraham. And the second person that we find in the Bible that walked by faith was Peter. Peter stepped out of the boat to walk on water towards Jesus. But the moment he looked at the wind and the waves, he started sinking. Jesus still caught him. Go back and read Matthew chapter 14, verses 28 through 31. Another example is Mary. Mary is the mother of Jesus. She was a teenager when the angel came to her and told her she'll give birth to the Savior of the world. Can you imagine a teenager? She didn't know how it would all unfold, but she said, "Let it be to me according to your word." Go back and read Luke chapter 1, and then you'll read about her story. They weren't superheroes. They were ordinary people who choose to trust an extraordinary God. Let's clear something up. Walking by faith doesn't mean you never feel fear or doubt. It means you choose to keep walking even when you do. That means you pray even when you are not sure what to say. You read the Bible, you read your word even when you don't understand every verse. You obey God's voice even when it stretches your comfort zone. And here's the beauty. God meets us right there in the middle of our confusion, of all our questions, and with all our fears. He's not waiting for you to get it all right before he walks with you. He's walking with you right now. So, what does walking by faith actually look like today? It might look like trusting God with a new job when you don't know what's next, forgiving someone because God asked you to, even when they don't apologize, saying no to something popular because you want to follow God's way instead, believing God still has a purpose for you, even if your past is messy. Faith shows up in the small choices we make every day. It's less about big moments. It's more about consistent trust in a good God. Because he said he's a good father. Look, I'll be honest with you. I haven't figured it all out. There are days when I question, when I feel unsure, when I wish God would just send me a detailed life plan by email. But I've also seen what happens when I do trust him. He brings peace when I should be panicking. He opens door I never saw coming. He reminds me. He's reminding you today through his word and through people that I'm not walking alone. You're not walking alone, my friend. So if you're starting this journey, I want you to know it's okay not to have all the answers. What matters is that you're walking. You are walking step by step with the one who does. Let me leave you with this. God is not asking for perfection. He already know. He's the only perfect person. He's asking for your trust. He's asking for my trust. He said in his word in Matthew 17:20, he said, even a mustard seed of faith, the tiniest bit is enough for him to work with. Faith isn't about having it all figured out. It's about saying, God, I don't know how this will turn out, but I believe you do. So lead me. So today, wherever you are, whether you are on fire for God or just figuring it all out, I want to encourage you to take one step forward, one step of prayer, one step of trust, one step of faith. Let faith lead the way and just watch what God can do with your yes. If this encouraged you, my friend, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What does walking by faith look like for you right now? What one area where you are choosing to trust God? Let's grow together. And if you're new here, check out my other videos, especially what to do when God feels silent and how to pray when you don't know what to say. Thank you for being here today. This is a new beginning where we grow in faith one step at a time. Until next time, keep walking, keep trusting, even when the path isn't clear. Faith leads the way. See you in the next video.